there, dear Spellweaver community, and welcome back to a new episode of Spellweaver Ranked. Yeah. Two announcements before I start this. Number one, if you happen to see some cuts in the video right now where I explain something and it just abruptly cuts off, that is due to my recording program being a freaking pansy in the last couple of days. I don't know why. For some reason, when I record something after about a year or so, maybe a little bit earlier actually, my recording program just, I don't know, fucks up. If you happen to have anything that is similar to Camtasia Studios, by the way, definitely let me know. Then I'll give it a try. Number two that I want to say, major announcements concerning Spellweaver Ranked in the future or future episodes, starting with this one. There is not gonna be as much variety as there used to be. No. The BitConnect meme still isn't that. Because the thing is, I actually want to, like, now climb up the ladder. After about a year of Spellweaver Ranked, I now have set my goal. I definitely want to be or compete in at least one Masters. And how are we gonna do this? We are not gonna accomplish this by playing decks that we are not, that we don't know how to play. So I'm gonna narrow down the decks that I actually play in Spellweaver Ranked to maybe like 3, maybe 5 decks that I'm gonna continuously play, because now the main objective now for us in Spellweaver is to gain ranks. And as I've stated, you know, if we play a new deck every episode, then we're not gonna accomplish this. So we're gonna be a little bit more competitive. You've seen that with the White Take CDX Kamsian Shaman's deck. I just love this deck, and that's why I played it again. In the last one, where we actually didn't lose one game, because I don't count fucking silencer games. And today, we are actually going back to another deck. Also, by the way, I'm gonna mostly, obviously, play meta decks. And I already played this one. And I played this one, by the way, against the AI today, 31 times. And I think I pretty much know how the deck works. It's obviously Corruption Control, as I've stated, we played this before. But this one is a little bit more of a newer version of this. Because the one that I ran was before Valley of the Ancients was introduced, and before, obviously, the whole symbol cards were introduced. So I got this deck list off of spellweaverdb.com. However, they posted the list of, can't remember, maybe it was Rinriet, I'm not too sure. From Masters 27, he actually included Symbol of Decay, which I actually, like, cut out, because I don't think... I swapped in other cards for that are better, I feel. So, I don't know, like, Symbol of Decay doesn't really do as much. Like, it provides basically a weakness emblem, and you can decay up to 3 cards or something, but I don't think that's too much of, Mono C actually definitely benefits from this, I don't think. So, what we're gonna play, obviously, Mono Corruption Control. As they stated on spellweaverdb.com, that is an archetype that has been in the meta for, like, about a year, and that actually, you know, because, you know, in Conquest, this deck works perfectly, because it really only plays one color. It's Mono Corruption, there is nothing else in there, so debatably Corruption is probably the strongest single aspect in the game. Debatably, obviously, there is still Rage Rush that runs rampant. And of course also Mono Soldiers, even though when you play Soldiers, you usually go for Blue Soldiers, so you splash in Wisdom. But yeah, as I've stated, you know, this one only runs Corruption, so it only uses Corruption creatures and spells, so it's perfect for a Conquest lineup, and that explains why everyone in Conquest and Masters plays this. Obviously, we have Advanced Nefaris Occultism, which requires 3 aspects, 3 mana, and it has a cooldown of 2, which is pretty low, actually. You have to pay 2 life, and you can return a creature that died this turn from a graveyard onto the field under your control. This one goes perfectly hand in hand, by the way, with Sanctum of the Void, because with Sanctum of the Void, Soul Prison, the enemy has to sacrifice 1 creature, and then you can play, if it is like a high value creature, like maybe Battle Scald Elder or something, or even a Red Dragon, Elder Red Dragon, if that's the only card that he has, then he has to sacrifice that. And then you can, you just use Occultism and get that card that you just sacrificed back on your field, which is pretty cool. We have 4 Death Curse Shamans. When Death Curse Shaman dies, choose one. Either the enemy an enemy creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Basically deals with a 3/3 creature, or the enemy hero loses 2 life, which can definitely come in handy. We have 4 Mesmerizing Spirits, which is freaking obnoxious as fuck. It's a flying 1/2, which is okay stats, basically a flying goblin in that sense. And when Mesmerizing Spirit enters the field, the enemy hero discards a card, which obviously mid to late game is pretty damn annoying if you don't have as many cards in hand, obviously. Bloodwitch Harpy deals with aggro decks. At the start of each hero's turn, that hero sacrifices a level 1 creature. If he or she does, that hero gains 1 mana. And the only one drop, actually, that we have, the 1 aspect drop, is our Death Curse Shaman, which is not a problem. You know, we sacrifice him. We either kill a creature with 2 HP, or the enemy hero loses 2 life. Can work out, obviously. Necromantic Cult is one of the cards that was cut out on spellweaverdb.com, and they swapped in Symbol of Decay for that. But I think Necromantic Cult is way better than Symbol. When another creature dies, either enemy or on your side of the board, you may pay 1 mana to put a Might Emblem on Necromantic Cult, and the beautiful thing about this, remove a Might Emblem from Necromantic Cult, and an enemy creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Little bit of mana heavy, but mid to late game, that card definitely shines and can deal with a lot of big creatures, obviously. Especially if you have like a couple of our great removal spells that we get to in a little bit after the last card that is in here. And of course, it's Sexibus. 4 copies of these. It's a 3/3 2-speed, which is pretty damn good. And when Sexibus enters the field, the enemy hero loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. Pretty damn awesome, and you know, 3/3 2-speed pretty much blocks everything on the board in the first place. Obnoxious Fumes, as I like to call it. One of the best removal spells in the game. Enemy creature gets, a creature, so you can only use that, also use it on your Death Curse Shaman if you do so desire. If the enemy has like 1 HP or 2 HP left, and you have a Death Curse Shaman on the board that he can't kill or doesn't want to kill, you just drop Obnoxious Fumes on him and distribute that 2 damage to the enemy that way. A creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. The cool thing about this, -2 attack, obviously, so you can, so it is actually possible for your creatures to trade into creatures that you otherwise wouldn't be able to kill. And maybe they even survive that way. We have Word of Pain, 4 of these, which is just, again, awesome removal, perfect against aggro decks, and it's pretty cheap at that. Select a creature for each of your corruption levels. Usually, by the way, for this deck, we want to run 3. We can go for 4, but usually we have 3. So mid to late game, we can distribute 3 weakness emblems. Put a weakness emblem on each of those creatures for your corruption level. So if you have 3 corruption levels, you can distribute 3 weakness emblems, which is pretty cool. And it also redraws itself. And that is the main point why you see this deck, or why this deck is so why this card is so awesome. We have 4 Consume Spirits. An enemy creature gets -X HP, and another creature gets +X attack until end of turn, where X is gonna give it to you and it's your corruption level. So that is maybe the only reason why we want to go up for 4 corruption aspects, because basically if the enemy drops, again, that's the best example that I can come up with, because you see this in every game. If the enemy drops down a Battle-Scald Elder, which has 4 HP, and you can't deal with it otherwise, then you just, go up 1 more corruption aspect, and Consume Spirit basically drains an enemy creature for 4 HP. Before, actually, it was like minus HP and attack, and the creature... Yeah, I think also the creature that the drains goes to as a buff was also attack and HP, which is a little bit ridiculous. So we got nerfed a long time ago, actually, but still pretty awesome, of course. Awesome creature removal, and you can swing in for pretty severe beats, and you can also use it on your own creatures. So there's a plus for that as well. Curse of Risha, however you want to call it. Also a pretty good early game drop. When Curse of Risha enters the field, draw a card. Whenever the enemy hero plays a spell, that hero loses 1 life. Obviously one of, or a great addition ever since White Hexalis Kamsiant came into play, because if you have 2, the curses stack, by the way, also, which is pretty damn cool. So if you have 2 curses out, and let's say a White Hexalis Kamsiant is playing a Fireball, he loses 1 life because he's White Hexalis Kamsiant, and he loses 2 additional life because you have 2 Curse of Rishas out there, which is, of course, pretty damn awesome. Tombs of the Damned. When Tombs of the Damned enters the field and at the start of your turn, summon a zombie legionnaire onto the field. That can be a little bit of a mana fountain for us if we also happen to have Blood Witch RP out. If we have Blood Witch RP out and Tombs, obviously we don't gain as much out of Tombs because we have to sacrifice a level 1 creature, and obviously, as you can see, zombie legionnaires are 1 aspect, 1 mana. So we have to sacrifice these every time, but we also gain mana off of that. So, you know, can't go wrong with that. We have 2 Suffocates, which the newer version, the one with the symbol, actually only runs 1. But given the fact that many people play Rage Rush and Soldiers, Suffocate definitely is a good good addition, and 2 of those is just a little bit more, makes me feel a little bit more secure. Each creature gets minus X attack, minus X HP until end of turn, where X is that creature's speed. Obviously, that card reads, elves are pretty much garbage in the first place, but they are just dead with this one. We have Infernal Tribute. Hero sacrifices 2 creatures. That obviously is not good against, or not that good against against rush decks, because they usually have more than 2 creatures on the board in the first place. But obviously, if the enemy plays like control decks, they have creatures that are a little bit more more on the scarier side. And obviously, they cost a lot of mana, so they don't have as many out. And Infernal Tribute deals with those perfectly. Of course, the enemy the enemy player still can choose which ones he wants to sacrifice. We have 2 Valley of the Ancients, where, that is also another addition, by the way. The symbol one on spellweaverdb.com only runs 1. Yeah, and that's where the symbol then comes in. But I'm more comfortable with actually running 2 valleys, because, you know, you never know when you might need them. We have 1 Haunted Cemetery. The next time an enemy creature dies this turn, summon a zombie legionnaire onto the field. Goes hand in hand with Sanctum of the Void. The enemy hero sacrifices a creature. And then we have 15 Corruption Shrines. You just have to make sure that we don't use either of these, by the way. I just have to put this in my head, because I played a little bit of a different version today without the valleys. I just have to get this into my brain that we neither use Haunted Cemetery nor Sanctum of the Void for aspects, because we only have 1 copy of each of these in the deck to begin with. You can also, by the way, run Pandemonium of Darkness. The enemy hero loses 1 life for each of your levels and aspects of evil. You gain that much life, which most of the time, especially for this deck, because you only need 3 aspects in the first place, is like a Sexibus without the card draw, without the body. You can splash this in, but I've never really played it, to be honest, and I'm definitely not gonna include it in this one. So currently, by the way, we are ranked on the rank in 196 with a rating of 1090, thanks to YTX, Comsian Shamans. Corruption Control, by the way, according to spellweaverdb.com, I just use this as a, you know, general reference, obviously, is ranked 1 on the meta deck list, which means that this deck basically is your go-to deck when you actually want to gain ranks. And I think Shamans was on rank 4 or 5. We're gonna see if that actually holds true in the shit tier that we are in, still in the top 200, however. So let's see how this deck fares in game number 1. The first game. I always found the game so damn fast. Scarabaeus. That was the guy that I actually got the Chalice deck from. That is interesting. Playing Enoch is even more interesting. Boy. We don't have really much early game drops right here, so let's draw again. Was about to say, it would be cool to see a Mesmerizing Spirit, and we also have a Curse of Raisha that I'm actually going to play first. I'm not going to spark into that, though. And it's Corruption Dominion, which might be Sacrificial Forces. I wouldn't put it past him, because that's basically what I know him from. Now, don't get me wrong, that's basically not a good hand, because we have way too many shrines in here. But other than that, kind of works out, I guess. We can also drop a Mesmerizing Spirit. It all depends on what he plays first. Could be Sacrificial Forces. And we have 2 Mesmerizing, which is pretty good, so we can diminish his hand a little bit. Let's spark in, why not? I mean, he has 6 cards, sorry, so... Could be a shrine or something if he... And a Helm of Dominion. Okay. A shady one. Gotta love that pineapple juice. So, If he like dumps his hand a little bit more, Mesmerizing Spirit is even gonna be more scary. The cool thing about this, however, about all this, if he actually runs Sacrificial Forces, is that they are mostly 1-drops. Or level 1 creatures, not 1-drops. Which means Blood Witch Harpy is definitely gonna put in work against this deck. Yeah, it's freaking. It's exactly what I'm thinking. What I think it is. Actually, might wanna do this. Get those 4 beats in. And then next turn, I think I'm just gonna get the Blood Witch Harpy going. Obviously, the scary thing about this is if he has like Infected Survivors out, and on the backside he happens to have Flesh Sculptures. That's a little bit scary. Yeah. Dominion Corruption. Maybe even runs like Siren of the Deep Sea. Siren of the Deep Sea, is that how she is called? I'm not exactly sure. Or Horrors of the Deep? I don't fucking know. However, that one Naga is probably gonna come down. Oh, Hands from Beyond. Getting touched in an impure manner. He uses. Okay. Not like he has a chalice out or anything. That's kind of weird why he would do that. Well, I mean, that just puts in work for our Blood Witch Harpy, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this, I guess. Blood Witch Harpy is gonna deal with the other Zombo when his turn starts. And we only need to go up 1 more aspect and we are set. In terms of aspects, at least. Then we can put down Sexibus. And also, our Consume Spirits are gonna do a lot of work. The only thing, by the way, about Blood Witch Harpy that sucks against the minion, obviously, is that he can assassinate. And that deals with Blood Witch Harpy rather quick. So she's not safe, obviously. We have no means to grow her as well. So we have to be aware of that. 2 Dominion and a Prinha. Can't really kill off the Blood Witch Harpy. Getting that value right back. If I draw an Obnoxious Fumes, which I don't. Let's go face. It's even a buffed Prinha. 4/3. Definitely gonna put down Curse. He only has 3 cards in hand, however. Okay, we have Word of Pain. So she's down to 3 HP. This one deals 2 damage. She's not quite dead, but we need 1 more removal. Yeah, that's also one instance where we actually want to consider going up 1 aspect. Just to get no, wait! What the fuck am I doing here? Oh wait, never mind. I was about to say, she's a 1-drop, she's getting killed by Blood Witch Harpy. Well, not if she's under Blood Witch Harpy, obviously. Drop that card! Or one of those 3. Might be a big one. Might be a Lord Kappa. Might be a Devious Blood as well. Would like to know what else he has in hand. But I mean, next turn we can also just use Infernal Tribute. He's up to 3 mana, maybe he's not even gonna play another creature. It still triggers? It still triggers? Oh god, Prinha is garbage against Blood Witch Harpy. What? Okay, I didn't know about that exchange, but that's interesting to know. So if you put Prinha under Blood Witch Harpy, Prinha still gets killed, even though... That's really odd. She still gets killed even though Blood Witch Harpy's effect triggers on the graveyard. Alright then. Good. Good. Oh, that's interesting. Is he gonna get rid of? Yeah, Mesmerizing. Good, my friend. could go for Infernal Tribute, but I'm not sure if it's worth it against that board. Not really, I would say. I think I'm gonna get rid of this, though. This could be a problem. We would be at 1 HP if I drop Tombs. Might be a good value engine at this point. Maybe better than Death Curse Shaman. Yeah, I think so. Fighting fire with fire in this case, basically. So why not? And I mean, they're also at 1 speed, and Tombs can put your creatures down to 0 speed, which would be pretty stupid if it would. But yeah, he's going 2 Corruption, 2 Dominion, according to Soul Prison right here. Which we haven't drawn yet. Oh, I should have DO'd the Valley, by the way. Oh well. Only 1 card left, by the way. So, oh, he actually uses Sanctum. Okay. Only 1 card. That is not a good sign for him, but it's definitely a good sign for us. Our value engine is gonna net us another Zambul now. He's sacking it, okay, for card draw. Seems a little bit desperate to me, if you ask me. Okay, Haunted Cemetery. It's pretty good. Let's get it. Don't really need to play her yet. Let's play Death Curse. Yeah, we don't really need to play Blood Witch Harpy just yet, so I think we're good. We're slightly ahead in terms of cards in hand, and also in terms of board presence, obviously. The only thing that sucks a little bit, obviously, is the Hands from Beyond, because everything is basically one speed now for us. But we're gonna see. 1 more turn, and he is capable of doing. All right, of playing Cataclysm. Deals with the zombie, I would say. And that was Musty. Another curse that could come in handy, actually, against this guy. Mesmerizing. That's nice. That's really nice, actually. Let's play this. See what it is cards. Okay, that's not too bad. That's his 4th skill shrine. Why does he have 4? You can only distribute 2. You're not Ytix Kamsiant. Yeah, again, no real need to actually play Blood Witch Harpies, so I'm gonna be good on that. It's threading the needle right here. So we want to put a little bit on the board, just to make sure that we don't get jinxed by Soul Prison, obviously, but also not too much, because there's, I'm pretty sure actually that he runs Cataclysm, so we also have to be aware of that. It manages to hit the DO. Could Cataclysm now, but wouldn't make too much sense against these 2 creatures. If he has it, obviously. By the way, let's see how many Mesmerizing do we still have. We still have 1 more in the deck. So that's 1 less card for him. Swarming Spider. They are out of the meta, I heard. And they are 1-drop, so. Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to have Soul Prison. Soul Prison and Infernal Tribute. We would have the mana, but I don't have the skill shrine, so takes a little bit of time until we actually get there. So yeah, we don't need that. Okay, I see the play. Card draw! Goodbye. And I think we're gonna do something funny. Get ourselves a little bit of a flesh sculpture action going here. Okay. Dealt with it. And now she fights for the good cause. Soul Prison is ready. Sadly, we don't get as much off of Flesh Sculpture as it is at the moment. At least we have only mostly summoned creatures in the first place. So he's gonna enslave this, kill this, I guess. So far, I think he killed every single one of his Death Curse Shamans. But you know, we have obnoxious fumes, so we can deal with that. It's not a big issue. Also, that is not a problem. We can go for another Word of Pain. Come on, Sexibus. Ah, not quite. Okay, let's kill this. Run this into this, and then... yeah. Sounds pretty good. We also have a good... I should have used this. Oh well. Sometimes you don't play good. And that is basically what happens every time I pick up a keyboard and mouse. Well, obviously, you know, against his deck, I don't think Suffocate does too much. So he might actually... oh, well, it kills off those spiders. Kills off, well, our Mesmerizing Spirit, but she has done good work so far, I would say. Still might consider suffocating, though. Grabs a zombie. You madman! How'd you even sacrifice it? You're not a good man. Nah. Can I fucking draw a Sexibus? I have 4 copies of that in the deck. Where are they? God damn it. Alright. So, I could fucking use Infernal Tribute. Because I really want to get beats in at this point. So, wait, 6 mana, I have 3 left, which is exactly enough for a Blood Witch Harpy, so I think I'm just gonna fucking do it. Sack those spiders, boy! That's a good boy. That's a good clean boy. So I could get a spider myself, but I think I'm more inclined of actually taking a Blood Witch Harpy here. 2 beats! Slowly but surely we are getting there. Now we just have to top deck 2 Sexibus and we're good. Damn, this game goes on for way too long. And that's a deck. That's okay. It's time for a Sanctum. Shit. Well, he baited out the Infernal Tribute there. That sucks! There's the Sanctum. So use Sanctum. He's gonna use it on the girl. Huh. On the Flesh Sculpture. So I'm gonna swing in. He's not gonna double block with him, however. If he blocks 1, he's down to 3. And this combo kills him, actually. Yeah, if he just blocks either of these, that's good. Which he does, alright. Yeah, Word of Pain and Suffocate deals with his side of the board there. And he only has 1 card left in hand, so that's pretty good for us as well. So, my friend, let me introduce you to Word of Pain. And a Sexibus. Alright, there we go. Finally! God, where have you been all my life? Damn, that game went on for way too long. First win for us, plus 19 rating change. We have now a rating of 1,109 and are ranked 185. As I've stated, that went on for way too long, considering that he was playing like some sort of sacrificial forces thing without either without chalices, or he just wasn't lucky enough to draw him, which was the same case for me with Sexibus, however. But that was it for game number 1. Let's see how it goes in game number 2.